Love you. This shirt makes me look fat.
I mean, not as fat as those pants make you look. And that hat. And those glasses. Oh my god.
Dickhead.
Right. You cool if we do like 50 so I can make it to what's its fuck before it starts?
Sure.
Alright, sweet.
Do you think that matters?
I just feel
They're
bad
the best
showing up
worst
late.
friends. Best worst friends. Best worst friends.
Alright, yeah. Fucking do it.
With Doug and Tim. Guys, welcome back to another episode of Best Worst Friends, the podcast hosted by myself, Doug Koning, and my co-host. I just never let you talk. Guys, that's this week's episode.
Sorry, I was on my phone.
That's okay. Can you pay attention to the podcast? We're on a podcast right now. I'm Doug, you're
Tim Nicholson.
and we
are the best worst friends.
we're so good at this.
That's great. We're ending. This is gonna be a short one anyway, so the fact that we're killing time off the top is really, it's really boding well.
I like how you're opening with this is going to be a short one. This is good. I feel like we're both in the proper headspace for podcasting.
Yeah, well,
right
you just
now.
told me it's gonna be a short one.
Yeah, we're both just like two wayward souls right now. How's the job search going?
I don't want to talk about it. I feel like people. I feel like people don't eat as much candy as I thought.
Yeah, like people overall.
Yeah, I
I eat
always.
a lot of candy, so I really skew the data.
Me too, but I feel like most people don't just eat candy all the time.
Oh man, that's so weird.
How often do you eat candy, like junk food? Like chips or chocolate or candy?
Probably like every other day.
Yeah, I feel like that's more than
Every
most
2-3 days. Yeah, and it's not like I'll just be a little bad and have a couple pieces. It's whatever container of candy I bought
Yeah.
is consumed at that moment. I've never
Absolutely.
saved candy for a later. Even when I used to buy it via tub, that's the measurement of candy I ate. A tub.
Yeah, it's whatever is coming home isn't lasting the night.
Yeah.
But I had I think last week, because I was driving around a bunch, I had days where I'd have, I had like 3 days in a row where I ate candy. And a couple times it was like multiple purchases of candy a day.
3 good days.
And I was
What
like,
kind of candy we talking about?
I feel like most people don't do this. Got like I think I got some Swedish berries. I was on a real M&M's
yeah.
kick for a while there.
Oh yeah.
Like some M&Ms.
It's a wartime snack.
Yeah, exactly. I'm
Delicious. It's the history.
I'm a soldier out here in the trenches,
Yeah.
and I deserve a sweet treat like M&M's. And just chips, coffee crisp bar, Kit
Coffee
Kat bar
crisp.
occasionally. Yeah,
Coffee crisp?
that's been my favorite chocolate bar my whole life.
Oh my god.
You don't like coffee crisp?
No.
God, it's so good.
You're so weird.
I drank-
your whole life coffee crisp.
Yeah, I
I
was
was like
like
the only kid excited to get those at like Halloween.
Oh, absolutely. I was like 14, and I was just all about coffee crisps.
What was your favorite Halloween costume you ever had as a kid? Was there one where you're like, I knocked this out of the park?
I don't remember any of them. I remember
one?
I remember being Robin once, and I had one of those like plastic masks.
Like from How I Met Your Mother?
What?
I'm just kidding. Just like the one side character, Robin. It was a dumb joke.
Okay.
I
no,
feel, defeated having said it.
this is Batman's quote unquote friend, Robin,
Yes.
and
The more famous of the two.
it was like a thin plastic mask with like eye holes in it, but my mom didn't think it was safe, so she cut the eye holes bigger,
Oh my god.
and she doesn't have like an industrial plastic; she just did it with scissors.
Yeah,
So I
it's
spent the
probably
whole
sharper.
night with just it's stabbing into my face around the eyes. I had a clown costume, but I got that when I was too old to go out for Halloween.
How old were you?
I was probably like 15, 16.
Okay, that's too old. That's too old. I think I stopped in like grade 8. I think that was the last year I went trick-or-treating, and that was even kind of pushing it.
Yeah, that's
I think.
pushing it.
Yeah.
What do you think's the right age to stop?
I don't know. I think it is like a grade 6 thing. I think grade 6 is like the last year where it's like, all right, your life starts to decline now. Don't get the trick-or-treat anymore. That's basically...
Was that 10?
12? No. Yeah,
How many
12.
How many times did you do the second grade?
No, 6th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to kindergarten at 4. Okay, no, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Right?
I don't have children.
Yeah, me neither. I just remember being one.
Yeah. But they My dad, every year for Halloween, he would have 2 separate bowls of candy. One for the kids that were too old to trick or treat, and one for the young children.
Nice.
Kids who were too old, they got like, nickel lollipops and a thing of rockets, and then the other kids got like mini Snickers and Kit Kats and stuff like that.
I'd have been stoked to get both.
Yeah, me too. But
The only thing I didn't like is like certain chips. I don't want to get chips because it's like 6 chips in the bag. It's just so much work, I find, for the amount of chips I want to eat.
The economy of it. Just
Yeah, I remember one year my mom bought like these like crates of like Cheetos, and not a lot of kids came to the house.
Yeah.
So we just had so many of them, and I just like for like 20 minutes I was just like opening bags of Cheetos and like dumping them in a bowl. I felt like I fucking
What do I work
my
at
house.
these Cheetos?
Like, work at these Cheetos?
What was your favorite Halloween costume?
Oh man, I probably the one I put the most thought into was the year I went as Austin Powers, and then got ridiculed by a lot of houses.
Just asking middle-aged women if you make them horny.
Thankfully not. This was like grade 4. But yeah, I remember like going to this one house in particular, and the guy opened the door, and then I was probably like, groovy baby, and then the guy started laughing hysterically at me, and then he's like, just a second. I thought he was going to get the candy, and he came back with like 8 people. We're just also laughing at me, like just pointing and laughing at me. I was like, all right, just fucking give me the candy. Like this.
They were laughing with you.
Yeah,
You were Austin Powers.
It's at some point it changes from with to at, and you're like, just give me the fucking candy. Like this is a transaction.
You just take the teeth out and the wig off. Like, give me the fucking candy, so I can go home. I'm sure you were adorable.
Yeah, it was probably pretty cute.
You were just a cute little Austin Powers.
Maybe I'll try and find the picture, and I'll get you to put it in like a video or something.
That'd
like
be great. Just
There's one of
asking
me
them
like
for the
striking a
movie.
pose somewhere.
Come on.
Yeah, I could find it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good stuff. I assume, I feel like I can say this with confidence, that neither of us were the kid that like would let the Halloween candy expire or like find some of it in January.
Oh my God, no.
How fast is the Halloween candy gone in your house?
I think pretty fucking fast, man. I don't even know. Probably like the shitty stuff would make it maybe a week. I bet. Like maybe a week.
I think I was down there too.
Because it's not like, oh, now I just have a little bit of candy for a long time. It's like, no, I have a fucking lot of candy. Like right quick, all the good stuff. First couple days, you're in heaven.
Yeah.
And then you just make it through the stragglers. I get to like my coffee crisps, the stuff I don't care about, or like those, those orange little toffees that
the Halloween
you bite 3
wrap
times,
ones,
and then it fuses to your teeth,
Yeah.
and then like your back 2 teeth are stuck together. And
I was about to say those ones. Those were the worst.
Yeah.
Did you have anything that were your parents like the we're going to go through and throw out anything that's not pre-wrapped? Did you guys do that?
I don't think I ever had anything that wasn't pre-wrapped.
You'd get our neighborhood every once in a while. Someone would give you like a
little gift baggie, yeah,
with like some like marshmallow stuff in it.
Fuck it. No.
Those are gone. Those are in the trash. They might have poison in them. So I have razor blades. Those gotta go.
Didn't that wives' tale come from like didn't really happen except for I think a dad who like tried to take out his kids, so he planted it in the Halloween candy.
Tried to kill his kids?
Yeah.
Shit.
I feel like I watched this in like some documentary or something.
It was either a documentary or a fictional movie.
It was either like a documentary or like a mockumentary, and it's really important that I know the difference. And I have no idea.
Yeah, I think they called that guy the Candy Man.
Yeah. Dude, I watched the newest Candyman recently. It's actually really good. And an interesting reboot, 'cause it's not just a reboot. It's kind of...
It's black,
like,
right?
It's like a sequel. No, because Candyman was always black.
Was he?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh. I've never seen it. I just know that like
watch
Jordan Peele produced this one, and there was like a black director making it, and that was kind of a big deal.
Oh, fuck yeah. Well, I mean,
But-
it was a great movie. I really enjoyed it.
It's wild how Jordan Peele just has this chokehold on horror movies.
Yeah, fuck it. I really want to watch The Twilight Zone. I used to really like that show as a kid. I wonder what it's like now. Because isn't he doing The Twilight Zone?
He is, but I think he's like producing it.
Okay.
I bet it kind of sucks.
Yeah, I wonder like if he's gonna produce something, if he's at least gonna watch it and be like,
I don't know. I feel
it's good.
It's one of those things where he's so famous that I think if it was good, I would have heard how good it was.
yeah, that's
know
a
what I
good
mean?
point. Yeah,
It's like when a Brad Pitt movie comes out, and you're like, Oh, a new Brad Pitt movie came out. If it was good, I would have heard about that.
Yeah. Good for him for having movies come out where he's getting paid millions of dollars that weren't good.
Yeah.
That's great.
Doing that
Imagine getting
Samuel L.
paid for
Jackson.
like not making something good.
Oh, that'd be
It's
awesome.
insane. I'll just like scroll through Netflix and just look at all these titles and be like, man, like all these suck and they all got paid so much.
I know.
To
And
make
here
all
we
of
are
these.
making amazing stuff.
Yeah. Top quality podcasting stuff.
Yeah. I'm going to put it out there next week. We need to get together and refilm that podcast that the video got deleted.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have a fun idea for that. It's gonna be good.
All right, sick. Stay tuned, everybody.
Yeah.
We'll be back right after this. I don't know.
Hey, I'll use that at some point.
Sick. Yeah, clip it.
That'll be good. Yeah. Oh, nah. But I don't know. I feel like I'm.
I like this readjustment. I feel like you're going to drop some knowledge on me right now.
No, I'm really regretting wearing this shirt
Why?
because I feel like it's too tight, and if I sit back, people can tell. But if I like lean forward, it's a little more hidden.
Let me see. Lean back.
No,
Lean back.
I don't want to.
No, come on. Just a little bit.
I'm gonna blur myself out in the video. I have control over this.
Man, you
feel
got
like
some
I'm really-
wacky body dysmorphia right now. You look fine,
feel like
Tim.
Well, coming from
You
you,
look fine. Wow.
Sorry.
All right. Just
No, I didn't
fucking
need to say
drag
that.
me
Yeah.
down with you.
that was
God damn.
that was too much.
See,
I
this is why
didn't-
people don't want to say nice things to you.
that was over the line.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm just gonna blur out my tits.
You should probably lean forward a little bit.
Oh,
Just kidding. You look normal.
you ever seen that picture of Rick Ross sitting shirtless on the couch and someone blurred out his nipples?
No.
That really made the rounds when I was in high school, and I'm like, oh God, no. I have tits like that. I'm genuinely afraid that my tits are gonna like drop soon.
That's that's a real fear.
Because they're just like puffing out right now. But I feel like if I keep them for another like 2 years, they're gonna sag, and I'm gonna have saggy tits.
Saggy tits aren't good. Saggy tits aren't good. I feel like I'm at a weird spot with my deflated tits now where I can like feel some audience members just looking at me like, you better talk about those.
You better talk about them tits,
Yeah,
boy.
this better come up. I told you about the guy at the gym, right, who was giving us bench pressing tips and was like,
Bench pressing tits?
yeah. He's like, you have to go down to nipple height. And he was like pointing at me and he's like, you have to go down to nip. And he was like confused for a second. I was like, no, I know. They're lower than they should be.
You
Like,
can
it's up
still.
here. I know.
I know what you mean. I didn't
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, I understand where the nipple should be.
Yes.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
I know what nipple height is.
I'm not
Okay.
like bring it down to my neck. You
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
I get
Yeah.
it. Also, I'm not bringing them down to my belly button where my tits now rest.
Isn't it a shame that your like tits got bigger and drooped, but your dick didn't get bigger and droop?
Yeah,
Isn't that a
that'd
damn
been
shame?
great. But like, imagine I just had like a big useless floppy dick.
I'd love that.
I don't want that.
I would love it.
A floppy dick? Why? What are you gonna do with it?
First of all, it's big.
But floppy. You're missing the floppy part. You're getting excited because of the big. You're missing the floppy, which is you can't even use it to its full potential at that point.
I don't care. I'll just flop it around.
Oh man, no.
Just helicopter it at people. I'd have a great time.
No, I'd rather have a small working penis than a big floppy dick.
How small?
I don't know. Not much smaller than I have now.
Would you rather have...
I think if it gets any smaller at this point, it's going to be not useful on the other scale.
Would you rather have a 2-inch penis that works or a 12-inch penis that does not?
That's hard because I feel like you could like fold the 12-inch one over a couple times.
Like
and
a
then
fruit
get-
roll-up?
Yeah. Get at least like 3 inches out of there if you smush it down or something, you know.
That's true. It's like one of those party favors. It's like,
Yeah.
roll it back up.
A girl kisses me, that's what it does.
Yeah.
Just unrolls. Yeah, that'd be fun. Maybe I do want that. Yeah, you changed my mind. I want a big floppy dick.
Thank you. It's fun.
All right, Tim, I had a kind of Stranger Things related question for you, but it's not related to Stranger Things that much.
Okay, good, because I've not watched Stranger Things since
You-
the first season of Stranger Things.
Oh my God, you really should. It's so good.
But
But
We Own the City. It's like Stranger Things, but it's for grown-ups.
wow. All right. well, I barely want to ask you this anymore.
All right, go ahead.
So in season 4, there's the villain kind of can put you in like these waking trance nightmare sort of things, and they find out.
Maybe I already met him. You know?
Wow. And they find out that a way to get out of the trance is to listen to like your favorite song or like a song that means a lot to you. And so they find this out as the one girl's in a trance, like about to die, and they put the headphones on her, and like a little stroke comes, and she's able to fucking run out and like into her body.
Oh, that's where that song "Running Up the Hill."
Yeah, the Kate Bush song.
Yeah.
So what would be your song to pull you like back to reality in that moment of like the deepest despair? You know what I'm talking about?
Things. All my songs, the songs I listen to, are also sad. That's what we started. I've started driving Micah to work in the morning because I don't have a job.
Yeah.
So I may as well help out. And she'll be like, "Yeah, just put on whatever you want, just nothing angry." Like, all right, well,
so not whatever.
I guess I'll try to find something. I don't know. What about you? Would just be Bangarang by Skrillex?
I just bum out the villain. No, I don't know. Like, I played a lot of Crazy by Gnarls Barkley on guitar, and
Oh, that's
just
a
for
great
like hours, and so that was like very comforting
that
to
song
me.
really took over the world, huh?
Yeah, it's a fucking great song, man.
Great song.
It's just like a fun chord progression. It feels good. I like playing guitar because it's like hugging like an instrument, but it's almost like purring. You know what I mean? Because the vibration, it's very calming.
Thing is, you can't. I feel like it needs to be a certain amount of propulsiveness for it to be the song. Because you can't be like, "Oh, we need to put this song on," and then you start playing Mr. Tambourine Man in your ears, and that's how you defeat the big villain. It needs to be something else. Maybe, probably "Wolf Like Me" by TV on the Radio.
I don't even know that song.
Oh, it's incredible.
Give me a little snippet.
No, do you want me to play it for you on my phone?
Sure, yeah. Look it up.
All right. If this is bad, if this like doesn't come through, then we'll just cut it out.
Yeah,
check whatever the time is.
16:30. You guys didn't need to know that.
TV on the Radio is one of those like arty New York bands that came out in like the, I want to say, mid 2000s.
Okay.
I was a big fan. I'll cut somewhere in the middle. It's about becoming a werewolf.
Okay,
So
that's
you
fun.
might like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice, yeah.
That's my "Running Up the Hill" by Kate Bush.
Dude, honestly,
and I think I
it's
played
such a
little
great
enough that we
song.
can still put that on YouTube and not
Get in trouble?
get in trouble.
Fuck yeah.
I think we might be okay.
Fuck yeah.
Man, I do not get all the Stranger Things stuff.
Why not?
It's a weird mixture of the 80s, which I don't care about,
Mm-hmm.
and like Dungeons and Dragons,
Mm-hmm.
which is pretty fun.
Very fun.
And then just like child actors, which I hate. I don't understand where people get all this love for it from.
That's fair. Honestly, I'm getting to a point where I can't really watch the child actors in interviews anymore because they are kind of insufferable. Because they are, you just realize that they're all mostly theater kids. Like that Gayton kid was on Broadway in Les Mis since he was like 7.
Sure.
Sadie Sink was also on Broadway since she was super young. She was Annie a lot.
Oh,
You
you
know?
like a little ginger kid.
Yeah. So I think you kind of have to.
Yeah, and now they're
like
also
every generation must you're the Annie now.
now they're also rich and successful and at the center of culture, and you think they're going to become less insufferable.
Yeah.
But I don't know. They're like 18. Feels weird talking shit about 18-year-old kids
Yeah.
as a 30-year-old and a soon-to-be 30-year-old.
Yeah.
31.
I'm gonna be 31
Yeah.
soon? Oh my god.
Surprise.
What a devastating thing. Imagine it'd be like, oh man, 30's coming right around the corner, and then for my birthday I find out I'm actually born in 91. My parents just never told me. They had to hold me back in kindergarten. They're like, we'll just tell him he was born in 92.
Yeah, he really struggles with sharing snacks, so we had to hold him back in kindergarten. People I told Kev that like what our ages were, and he was shocked I was 2 years older than you.
Really?
Yeah, I don't get it. I thought I seemed way older than you.
Do you think we're just the same age?
I guess so.
don't think that's a bad
I think
thing.
we have like an LMFAO kind of vibe. You know, we're like you're like a guy and I'm your cool uncle.
I don't think we have an LMFAO vibe at all. I
No,
don't think that's the vibe we give.
Do we
I'm
have,
trying
like-
to think of like a sadder. We have like a G2G vibe.
like an LOL maybe a little LOL.
Maybe on our best of days.
Yeah.
Maybe a
Whatever.
raffle.
We're like LMFAO now.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I could be modern day Red Foo.
Oh, man, imagine just like cashing royalty checks and paying your bills off of songs called like "Sorry for Party Rockin'."
Those
That's
songs were
great.
incredible.
Yeah, they're great
That
songs.
stuff was fun.
I wonder if for the rest of their life they really wouldn't have to do anything if they're just kind of smart with that money. Probably, right?
Probably.
They could coast.
What do you mean? What about LMFAO? Do you think they were smart with their money? What makes you think that?
I don't know. Maybe they rented all the stuff that they wore. Who knows?
No, they spent it all on prostitutes so they could have fun uncle nephew sex sessions
Are
in like
they
Vegas
uncle
hotels.
nephew?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Oh man, I thought they were the same age.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh man, that's fucking weird.
No,
Who's the uncle?
the
Red Foo?
no
With the
sky
big-ass
blue.
fro?
No, sky blue with the like long scraggly black hair.
Okay.
He's the uncle, and then Red Few's the nephew.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Things I just never needed to know. What a strange pairing.
yeah. How do you find out that you and your uncle are like great at making party music
Just
together?
like at a family reunion, people are leaving like, "That was you guys should fucking actually do that."
Yeah.
Man. Like that was a lot of fun.
It's either a really lame kid or a really creepy uncle.
Yeah.
It's like, no, we should hang out and like sing songs about girls together.
I think it's a little A, little a B.
Let's sing a song about how sexy we are.
Probably a bit more of creepy uncle. To be honest, yeah.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
It's got to be creepy uncle who finds out that this is how he's a cool kid is through maybe his nephew was a cool kid. And he's like, let's capitalize on this, man, because he never got to be a cool kid. It's like the same kind of people who become teachers so they can be like a cool teacher at school.
Oh yeah, I had those.
Yeah.
Did you
You're,
have-
like, friends with everyone? You're like, okay.
A teacher at my school fucking had an affair with another teacher at my school while his wife and mother-in-law both also worked at the school.
Wow.
And he was like the cool, was like bully nerds and was like friends with the cool kids.
Sick.
He was a fucking dork.
We had a teacher who, I guess this was like back in the 80s. I think he went to the school and then he came back and taught at the school and then had to leave for a couple years because he married a student.
Sick.
Yeah, that he taught at the school and then came back a couple years later and then was like this beloved teacher. I was like, no, you have a past. We
Yeah.
know. I could take a look at these. Why weren't you here from like 96 to 99? What was going on?
I don't see you at the volleyball games anymore, Mr. Peterson. What happened? You're not a volleyball fan anymore?
Oh, I'm trying to think of it. I don't even remember his name. He was a bald guy and he
Mine
used
was
to
Mr.
play.
Buckwald. Fuck you, Mr. Buckwald, you weirdo.
Wow. What did he do again?
He had an affair with a teacher at the school while his wife and mother-in-law also worked at the school.
Nice.
Yeah, and it was like it was the first dumb student rumor that
Turned out to be true.
turned out to be true.
That's rad.
Yeah, we're all like, it was like a thing that kids would talk about, and then it was just true.
Yeah.
Like, his wife left the school after being there for 1 year. She was pretty beloved.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, wait, that actually happened? Then we all just left because it was our 8th grade.
That's fucking
It's fucking
crazy.
wild. The lady he had an affair with, she had 2 kids and was married, and she got divorced. She has a different name now. It's wild.
Damn. I remember there being rumors about our high school football coach hooking up with a teacher, which I think he did, but they were both single.
Oh.
But we always heard rumors of like, oh, they're together and then they hooked up with each other. But no, I think they were just single and now they're married. But it was like the hottest male teacher. So he was like this fucking jacked, straight from the CFL dude. And then she was like a hot PE teacher. And it's like, yeah, of course. Of course you
Sure.
guys should bone. You're hanging out in like the same part of the school most of the time. You're both teaching like a grade 11 history class too.
Absolutely.
You guys have a lot to bond over.
Put those little 4-wheeled slidey scooters to good use.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, instead of fucking torturing me with them, you guys can just have fun with them instead.
How'd they torture you with them?
Like those things you had to sit on and like do in gym class. I fucking hated those, man. They're very
Why?
uncomfortable.
All right, but that's not torture. They didn't They didn't give all the other kids dodgeballs and then wheel you down the middle of the gym or anything.
We did play dodgeball on those before.
Yeah, but everyone was.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel like it.
It wasn't a game call.
When you're the slowest kid, it doesn't feel like everyone is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You're very much an easy target.
Also, like when you push hard and then your what are these called? Wrists, elbows. It's like just crumple under the board.
What are your hand knees called?
Like you push and then you're holding onto it, and then it just you fall off and you just like crumple on your own wrists.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Did a lot of wrist damage just being heavy.
God, I fucking hated gym class. I hated gym class.
But
so
you love
much.
the gym.
I do love the gym. I wish I took a weightlifting class in high school.
Why?
Just to have gotten at it earlier. Like everyone's like, oh, I would have wanted to start, stand up earlier. Once they find their field, they want to get into it earlier. But I just want to work out earlier.
Oh, see, we had
give myself a kick-ass base.
We had a weightlifting unit where we went around all the exercises, put down our base, and then 6 weeks later, we would go and sort of redo them.
Mm-hmm. Is that in grade 9?
No, I think. Well, yeah, it must have been because I only took gym 1 year. What am I? And but it was also you had to keep track of your own shit. So I just lied.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I just fucked off like I did.
By the end of it, Tim was bench pressing 315.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, maybe that's why they recruited me so heavily for the football team in the 10th grade. But yeah, because of course I lied.
Yeah.
If I was gonna work out, I would have worked out anyway. I didn't need a unit in school.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have loved weightlifting when you were in school.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I probably came to it at the right time.
Yeah, because you had to fall in love with comedy and then see all the comedians you looked up to die.
Yeah.
And then turn around. 'Cause it was Ralphie May dying that got you down the weight loss path, right?
No, I don't think it was necessarily Ralphie May dying.
I thought they happened about the same time.
Ralphie May and Fat Me dying?
Yeah, exactly. Took him out to the desert and I killed him.
I would say it was partly that.
History
it was
of Violence
partly
reference for anyone.
A what reference?
History of Violence.
Oh, okay. I've never actually watched it. I think I owned it, but I never watched it because I bought it in a double feature with American History X. Because it has Aragorn from Lord of the Rings in it, right?
It sure does have Viggo Mortensen.
Yeah, that's his name. He does albums with Buckethead. Very strange, spoken word poetry, while Buckethead's just just in the background a little bit.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, very odd.
Yeah, it was like how John Malkovich did an album for Plato's Allegory of the Cave with different instrumentalists underneath him speaking.
No, that's fun.
Yeah, I guess. But anyway, I'm talking about how it wasn't Ralphie May's death that inspired you.
Oh yeah, I had a second cousin or something like that who was way bigger, a huge guy in his 40s, really big. And he made some joke post about trading in his Cadillac for a new ride, and it was a motorized wheelchair. And one of our other cousins commented or someone commented this isn't a really funny joke, and he's like, no, I can't drive anymore, so I'm just gonna be stuck in this for the rest of my life.
Shit.
Yeah. And then he was dead a couple weeks later. So a combination of just being too fat.
Shit.
Just because you go through a lifetime supply of your heart beating because you're so much bigger to push around
do you just
a life's worth of blood.
Do you just stop being able to be fat out so you start being fat in and it just crushes your organs, stops your heart from pumping?
I think it's just you like what they say about the grid, how the grid can't support all the electricity that there is. It's just that's what the body becomes. Your grid is just too big or too small. I don't know. Your heart's your grid. I kind of lost the metaphor a little bit, but it was that. And then I was just talking to Clifford about this because I was just because I can't really give you tips until you want to lose, because you have to decide that you're done and you really want to make a change.
Are you speaking to me as Clifford?
No. I'm talking
to me as me?
Yes.
You give me tips all the time.
No.
Whether I want them or not.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm talking to you as Clifford. Because it does have to be self-motivated. It can't be another person being oh my God, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, you have to just catch yourself in the mirror that day or look on the face of one of your loved ones and be oh no, I gotta make a change.
Yeah.
You and I are obsessed with weight loss and being fat.
Which is funny because we're also obsessed with candy. Those are, you know what's fucked is I'm talking all this stuff about weight loss and we're talking about candy. I have like some chocolate bars. I have some Reese's Pieces in my backpack, some trail mix.
Yeah, I'm drinking a beer.
Yeah.
I had 2 peanut butter sandwiches today. Like,
Nice.
just being a fucking fraud.
But yeah, it just feels so good.
It's the best.
Just candy's just too good.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. To be sustainable weight loss, you have to love all of that more than you love candy, which is hard.
Woo!
Yeah.
Including
I've had
fuzzy
Candyless for
peaches.
years.
Including fuzzy peaches.
Including fuzzy peaches.
When's the
man.
last time you had a soda?
Like soda proper? I don't think I've ever actually went back and had soda.
Good for you, man.
Yeah.
All right, speaking of health, I think
Mm-hmm.
I've decided that fuck doctors.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think I've
What did a doctor
I think
say
I've
to
decided
you?
nothing. I haven't been to a doctor in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna go, but then I was like, fuck doctors, because I would have had to because I had a chest cough, tested
Mhm.
negative for COVID, but it still would have been a pain in the dick to go try and see a doctor.
Yeah.
And I remember when COVID hit, and by the way, when I say fuck doctors, I exclusively mean family
Family
doctors
doctors?
and walk-in clinics.
Yeah. Not
Yeah.
like the actual heroes.
Yeah, not people who actually do stuff.
Just the people who tell you to like take 2 and then take 2 pills and like come back in the morning.
Yeah, exactly.
Those kind of people.
When COVID hit and all the walk-in clinics shut down, it's like, no, if you're sick, don't come here. Go to the hospital. What do you think this is? Like, I thought that was your whole thing.
Yeah.
You're supposed to cure sick people. Yeah, but not like really sick people. What am I supposed to?
It's like, you let me know where. Like when it's like you go to like a walk-in. You know how they have those symptoms or like those symptom charts with like the smileys,
Yeah.
and you like go to circle and you circle like an 8 for like the sad one, like really grumpy, and you hand it in. They're like, you got to go to Emerge, dude.
Yeah. No, you're
We're
too
like
sad.
6 and below here. We're like, yeah, if you're just feeling very laissez-faire about how you feel, like, yeah, we could take care of you. But if you're actually in pain, that is not us.
If you're anything above pills that you don't need and will probably ruin your life, then this is not the place for you.
Yeah, we give out a lot of creams,
Yeah.
and that's about all we do.
It wasn't until I'd weaned myself off antidepressants that I learned that there are different kinds of antidepressants. Because I went in there when I was 22 or whatever. I went in there and I was like, my therapist thinks I might need these. And the doctor talked to me for a while, agreed that I would need them. And then she gave me some. And then I went back later and I was like, I feel like these aren't working for me. And then my doctor went, oh, well, you probably need more. So it's just up my dosage. And then I came back later and I was like, I don't think these are working for me.
These really are working for
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
I've just gained a lot of weight. My dick doesn't work. It's not really making me much happier. And she was like, oh, well, you should probably up your dosage again. And then she just gave me more.
Good God.
And then it wasn't. And then I eventually just weaned myself off and then was done with them. But
She was just trying to give you a shut-up dose of
yeah,
medicine.
exactly.
Like, how much can I give him to
Just
shut him up?
Get out.
Yeah.
And also, this was even before COVID. I went to my walk-in clinic and the nurse was there. And then the doctor had stayed home and she called him on the computer. And I had to basically have a Skype call with a doctor.
Get fucked.
Yeah, keep in mind, I was there lying to get recreational Viagra, but still, it was very dehumanizing for me
Yeah.
to go through that.
Yeah. here to Skype. We just want you to tell someone else what you're here for.
Yeah.
You have to keep Skyping a random doctor. That person doesn't even work here.
Yeah, exactly. Treat me like I'm a fucking 8-year-old dressed like Austin Powers. Just bringing people in.
Wow. It's a hurtful callback.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate doctors, man. It's been a long time since I've
Been to
been
one?
to, yeah, my family doctor at least. I haven't been to him since I was 11 or 12. Actually, the last time I went was because of my hump. My lovely lady lump. Just this one. Check it out. And just the doctor was like, yeah, he has bad posture. I don't know what else he doesn't sit right. That's why he has a hump. And then on the way out of the parking lot, my dad turned a little bit too wide and hit another car.
Oh,
So it ripped off our front bumper on the one side, and that car had a tiny dent, and the lady was mad, and that's all I remember. That was the last time I went to the family doctor.
Yeah, screw that. How'd you get rid of the hump?
What?
How'd you get rid of the hump?
The hump? The what? Getting rid of the hump? Look at me.
Did you just add fat around the hump.
I think I just got taller so people stopped seeing the hump. Because I was like 12.
You got a hump?
I'm like, well, you know, how, like my head looks like it comes out like a fucking camel.
Yeah, I thought that was just because you're a huge nerd.
Maybe that. Maybe my tits just weighed down the front of my body a little bit.
We're a generation of people with fucked up posture.
I think it's like, yeah, also, I don't want to, if having good posture means I just like exist like this forever, like this is how I'm talking to people now.
Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, guys, welcome back to another episode of Best Worst Friends. I could never have energy in this position.
Very proper.
I feel like this is like cutting off my diaphragm or something.
This is so good for us.
Probably. It doesn't feel good mentally for me.
This is what you're supposed to do all the time.
So you're supposed to sit like?
I feel like this
You look like you're about to ask for like a favor from God.
I'm constantly
Is that a
asking
prayer?
for a favor from God. Yeah.
So prayer
If
works?
I could, I'd make a deal with God and get him to trade plays with me and someone else.
Yeah.
Not
Run
you.
up that hill.
Not you, but
Wow.
someone.
Yeah, I'm already like slipping out of the posture. Sometimes when I'm walking, I'll think like, oh, I should just try and have good posture for a little bit, and I'll get a block and be like, not today.
I don't know
It's not
anyone
gonna be
with
today.
good posture. Robbie.
Yeah,
Robbie has great posture.
Robbie has good posture.
It's weird. You see him, you're like, fuck, that's good posture.
Robbie, in a voice message, could you tell us some posture tips? I bet you one of them's to not sit how I am right now.
Yeah. The one he told me is try and be as tall as possible.
As tall as possible.
Yeah, only up there.
Oh my god, no, that's not for me.
Get your
That's not for me.
back right.
Yeah.
It hurts. And I feel like it's really pushing up my tits.
I feel like I'd want to wear something that just forced my shoulders to be in the proper position. Like maybe some weird sort of like brace over my shoulders to just pull them.
Is this bad
back.
podcasting?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm sharing my concerns.
I don't know. It might be. What time do you have to leave?
What more do you guys want? Guys, let us know in the
It's
voice messages
8:28.
below.
I don't know how much time you have.
We can do a couple more.
All right. A couple more things.
Yeah.
Do you have anything?
Not particular. Oh, I performed on a pirate ship or near a pirate ship.
Yeah.
Actually feel a bit
Were you not on the pirate
ripped
ship?
off. No, we were beside the pirate
Oh,
ship.
that sucks.
Yeah,
Anyone
we
can
weren't
perform
actually on.
beside a pirate ship.
Yeah. I was even thinking like, well, at least we were on the dock, so it kind of felt like I was performing on something new.
Yeah.
And I guess if you're standing on the ship and everyone else isn't on the ship, it can fucking just kind of rock a lot.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, I think it would have been fun to
Yeah.
do, but I guess the captain of the pirate ship didn't want us on the actual
Boo.
poop deck or whatever, so we had to sit
Yeah,
beside.
that's what it is.
And then it started like pouring rain during Jeremy's set before Jason's. We all had to run under this awning, and then half the people left, half of the 8.
Of course.
And then we were under the awning with some other random people me and Jason had been talking to earlier because Jason brought his dogs. We were playing Keep Away with Nugget.
And then did he just perform to these people who couldn't leave because it was raining?
Pretty much, yeah.
Very
We
nice.
did like 15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
cool.
Got some laughs out of people who didn't even know they were going to be at a comedy show. Like,
But they were trapped under an umbrella. There's worse things to
yeah,
have happen.
trapped under Metropolitan's umbrella, this weird awning.
Dude, you should have just got on the pirate ship.
Also, you know what? While we were at this show, a lady, because there's crazy bicycle lanes along the bayfront
Oh, yeah.
where you have to like cross the street and then just wait for a break in bicycles to go. And some lady was on an e-bike, like a big scooter, and we heard like her trying to do her horn and then just smashed into someone.
Holy shit.
And I'm pretty sure the dude got up and was fine, and then she was down for the count. And like the ambulance, this happened before the show started, so before 8 p.m.
Yeah.
And the ambulance was still there when we left.
Holy shit.
Yeah, like I don't know how the fuck this lady fell, but she was on the ground for so long. There was such a big group around her that, and some of those people were starting to get comfortable there. And I looked back at one of the people who was like helping out later on, and she was just like laying on her tummy, like kicking her legs in the air. Like, man, she's fucking in it for the long haul.
Are they gossiping over there? What is she doing?
Are they talking about boys? I hope the paramedic's cute. She's
Dude,
like, I can't see anything.
Who is this guy?
I don't know.
Just got hit with an e-bike and just destroyed this lady.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know if she like hit the ground. Maybe it landed on her funny or something, but it was so strange. It was so strange to be looking at that throughout the whole show.
Yeah.
And just making jokes about it with Jason and look back and think, oh my God, they're still there.
Yeah. They're still, because this lady like died
Pretty much, yeah.
on her e-bike.
She might have. I should have looked up the headlines.
Mike was telling me that she saw someone at like King and Dufferin was biking down, not wearing a helmet.
Mm-hmm.
Do you wear a helmet when you ride a bike?
Of course not.
You should wear a helmet.
I have headphones on.
She, oh, okay. And I'm very dumb. It's not a danger, but and she hit a streetcar track, flipped over, face first on the ground, slid on her face, lost all her teeth.
Fuck. That's fucking brutal, man. I don't think a helmet would have helped much.
Apparently it does. It like comes over and can like help with impact or something.
Maybe that first like yeah, that's brutal.
Yeah.
I remember a
And
friend
she,
of mine
stood up and was like, just like shocked and be like,
probably just ruining a child's life who looked at her and she looked like she's out of The Walking Dead.
yeah,
Just all blood.
yeah. The parents just like, I'm gonna have to sleep in Timmy's bed tonight, or another person who's not me.
I remember my buddy Matt O'Brien when we lived in the complex, he went over a speed bump on his bike with training wheels one time, and he was wearing a helmet, and he had like a decent amount of speed, and he went over this, and he caught it weird on the training wheel at the back, and just landed on his face, and then had a bit of speed, so like he just kind of skidded on his face for like maybe 3 or 4 feet. And he got up and he turned around and he looked like Two-Face because half his face was just a scab.
Fuck, man.
We're all just like, ah!
Did he like regrow his face?
Yeah, he was fine. It was just like really scabbed up.
Fuck.
It was just like, you got to think like the pebbly ground. It was just like maybe 10 or 12 different scratches that all made his face look fucked. It wasn't as bad as the guy who lost his nipple running without his shirt on, that he fell on his chest.
What?
Yeah,
Is this like a neighborhood story?
There's a kid in the complex. I was there. He was running without a shirt on, and he fell on his chest, and he got up, and he's like, my nipple! My nipple! And he'd scraped his nipple off.
Fuck.
And it just doesn't grow back. So like
the
me and other
areola
kids-
too, or just the teat?
The whole nipple.
Fuck.
So we're all looking for his nipple on the ground. Not like we could do anything with it.
Just yelling like nipple hunt.
Yeah.
Complex. Get everybody out to help out. Whoever wins the nickel gets $1. I don't know. What do people like in complexes?
Yeah, a jawbreaker or something.
Gets the end of the jawbreaker. Of the complex jawbreaker.
Oh my god.
I never.
That poor guy missed that. He lost that nipple. And they're not going to grow back. It's a nipple.
Sure.
You just don't have that nipple anymore.
Yeah.
But a great conversation piece if your shirt's not on somewhere.
You don't think you can get a nipple transplant from like a dead guy who donated his nipples?
Maybe, but I feel like, what are you going through like a booklet to like find a match?
Yeah.
You know? Or, okay, here's a question.
Oh man. Well,
If you
don't look, but this nipple's Puerto Rican. It's a different color than the.
If you lost a nipple and they're like, look, Tim, we can get you a nipple off this dead guy, or there's an option to make it look more normal. We can give you both of this dead guy's nipples. So you can they'll replace your one nipple that's already there with one of the dead nipples, and then you get the other dead nipple. So you get a matching set, or would you rather two different? Or just as close as you try and color match like you're at a paint store.
Like I'm at Deluxe Paints. I'd want to keep my nipple.
Okay.
I'd want to keep my nipple and then get another stranger's nipple.
Okay.
Because I think
also, how much time do you spend without your shirt on? Really?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's a great point. In the shower only.
Yeah.
Because I feel like even if I got both his nipples, it would still look weird on my body.
Yeah.
You know
Well,
what I
you'd
mean?
always know.
And I think everyone else would always know too.
And you'd probably
I feel like my nipples suit me in a weird way.
Let's see them.
No.
Bust them out.
Mm-mm.
Just one of them.
No.
All right.
All right, I'll trade you one nipple for one ball.
That doesn't seem like a fair trade.
Why not?
I don't know. Because balls are, I don't know, they're weirder.
Are they?
You wouldn't naturally come across like balls at the beach. Unless you're...
Depends on the beach.
Guy's about to get arrested at the beach.
You can go to a beach, see some balls.
No. I think if, like, a man's nipple isn't as jarring as his balls, for sure. For sure. If, like, just some stranger was walking on the street and before they got up to you, like, you couldn't quite make them out yet, they were fuzzy, some person ran up to you and was just like, quick, all right, would you rather see this guy's balls or his nipples? And you're like, what? Like, balls or nipples? You'd be like, nipples.
Yeah, of course.
Every time.
If a creepy guy runs up to you and opens his trench coat and shows you his nipples, you can't press charges.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
You can press nipples.
yeah, you can.
He seems interested.
Make a friend. He starts to run away, and you're like, "Hey," you lift up your shirt and show him your nipple. Then he comes back and just
We both have
touches them
nipple
together.
rings. We just connect them.
Yeah, and then you go
Great.
skipping through the park.
We're going like, you know those montages where like two people are dancing and they're spinning? We're just doing that, but connected via nipple rings. Just screaming.
Can your nipples touch?
Can mine? I could probably make them touch.
You
I
think
don't
so?
want to do it on camera.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
All right, check out the Best Worst Friends OnlyFans, where we'll be touching each other's nipples, touching our own nipples.
Our true best worst
Might
friends,
see-
the
might
people
see
who
a
subscribe
testy.
on OnlyFans.
Fuck, my throat is fucked.
Yeah,
I think
you're
I'm dying.
You're just gonna have a cough forever. Eh?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Are you one of those people that every time you get the hiccups, you're worried it's gonna last forever?
No, because like nothing in my life so far has led me to believe that that's gonna be the case.
I remember I was watching the Fox Box Saturday morning cartoons.
Okay.
There was like a luchador cartoon I really liked. I think it was called Mucha Lucha. And they had like little fun facts. And one of the fun facts was that the world record for like the longest hiccups was a guy had them for like 65 years.
Oh, I have heard that before. That's
Yeah.
fucked.
Yeah. Can you imagine? But dude,
Like a couple days into that, I'm like, no, there's got to be an answer.
yeah, I'm pretty over this.
I can't just hear them all the time. They just kind of drive me crazy. I remember for a little while, my mom just had a lot of hiccups. I don't know if she had like heartburn or something like that, but it was just like the sound of them was just grinding my fucking gears to no end.
Yeah. And just, it gets in the way of everything.
Yeah.
But, dude, that day when those hiccups go away,
Yeah.
I bet I've never experienced the joy that man felt
Yeah.
when someone was like, "You're not hiccuping."
Did they actually end?
I assume. I don't think they would have told me that if they just ended when he died.
What if he was pronounced legally dead and the hiccups did not end? And there's just like one corpse in some graveyard somewhere that's just like every once in a while.
If I died and then they brought me back to life and I still had the hiccups, I'd be like, just put me back.
Yeah.
I'm not waking up with the hiccups.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
Fuck that. Fuck that.
Yeah,
But-
hiccups, it's just embarrassing to get. Especially at my age now, I'm just like, what do I not know how to eat? But I swallow too much air? What the fuck is going on?
How long into the hiccups would you hang yourself from the ceiling?
I don't think I'd make it the first day. I would, you know what? That's not true. I would,
Yeah, what are we doing here?
I'd wake up
I'm
with
asking
hiccups.
you real questions.
I'd wake up with the hiccups that second day. And if I hiccuped, I'd be like, oh, okay, well, this is the day it ends.
Yeah.
I'm not living like this.
Well, the second day I'd probably go to the doctor.
Even though you hate them.
Yeah, I'd go to an emergency room with a real doctor.
Yeah, that's an 8.
Yeah.
I've had hiccups for over 24 hours. That's an 8.
Yeah. And then third day I'm getting into hard drugs.
Yeah.
I'm doing heroin.
Heroin. Yeah, maybe heroin's
See
the
what
answer.
see what meth does for the hiccups. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah. At least you'll be distracted by like whatever radio you're taking apart.
For sure. Or like hear they like masturbate a lot.
Yeah.
I don't really know meth activities.
Yeah, I don't know. I just know that heroin I think leads to a lot of naps.
Yeah, and I think meth leads to the lack of naps.
Lack of sleeping ever.
Yeah, you just stay awake for a bunch of days.
And it's one of my favorite quick jokes by Jason that he used to do is what's the best thing about smoking crystal meth?
What?
Only 3 more sleeps till Christmas.
Very fun. It's a good street joke.
Works like whenever.
Yeah,
You know?
it's a nice joke.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that one a lot.
Yeah, unless it's like Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
There's like 2 or 3 days a year.
Next Christmas.
Yeah, it's like December 22nd. You tell that joke to somebody, they're like, yeah.
He's like, shit.
Fuck. Get back to me in 4 days.
You got any new premises you're working on?
Oh, you know I
Any
don't.
new ideas?
Not a single one.
What's the newest idea you've had?
Oh,
What are you working on stage?
You go first.
Let's talk it out.
Oh, I don't want to.
You sound like fucking Ed the Sock right now.
Nah, Doug, I don't really feel like it. Hold on, let me check my phone. All right, you go. What's yours?
I don't really know if I have any new premises. I told you I finally got that ending to the one joke I'm pretty excited about. I
Yeah.
do want to talk about dieting more in general, but I think I also need to start dieting more and have less candy in my backpack before I do so. You know, I want to practice what I preach.
Yeah.
It's not good when I go on stage and be like, I lost a lot of weight and then I've been eating candy. Clap for me.
I really like your thing about how long do you have to be 285 before you have to say, like, I lost... How much weight did you lose? Oh, I lost 5 pounds.
Yeah.
Instead of I lost 130 pounds.
Yeah. How long until that's just not part of when I'm telling people?
Yeah, how long ago did you lose, like, did you stop losing weight at the rate you were? Because you started out about 460.
Yeah, somewhere around there, yeah. I've been sitting around 290 for a long time. I sat at 290 for like a couple of years and then went down to like 255 and then now I'm back up to like 290 again, just hanging out. It's fun, but it is frustrating because I do want to like lose this, and like we talked about this last time, like this is the fucking most annoying weight to lose because like all the other weight is easy because you go from like having bad habits to just having normal habits and you lose all that weight. And then you get to the point where you have to have good habits and not just normal habits. That's when weight loss is hard.
Let's keep in mind you're still 290 pounds.
Yeah.
You could probably change your habits a little bit and get down to
for
250 pretty easily.
For sure not have chocolate in my backpack. It's going to be a good first step.
Or just, I honestly, because I see you eat pretty healthy. I don't understand how you stay at 290. Do you just eat like an entire loaf of bread when I'm not looking? Or...
Nah, I mean, sometimes.
Do you have like a cow you're working away on in the backyard?
Yeah. Like still alive on life support and just chop it off by the cut.
It's better fresh.
No, I snack a lot.
Yeah.
I think that's
Real
my
snacky.
poison a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
The
thing I wanted to work on was like an old bit I tried once and then I felt someone laughing at me instead of with me, so I stopped.
Sick. Let's hear it.
Oh, actually, fuck that. Did I ever tell you the story about the first time I showed someone my penis?
I think you have, but tell it on here because I think I know how it ends and I like it.
It was. How much time do we have?
We have. Let's have this be the last thing, and then we'll.
Then
we'll do plugs.
I don't know how long I want to make this story, so
Okay.
if you want me to end it, tell me to hurry up.
No. You follow your heart.
First time I showed a lady my penis, I was reluctant. I was not happy about it.
You're being bullied into showing your penis?
Basically, yes, because what happened was,
how old are you?
I am 16, I think, 15, 16, and my buddy Paul starts dating this lady, Lauren.
Okay.
And then
Lauren, I'm just kidding.
and then they both have a chubby friend.
Okay.
Paul's chubby friend is Tim Nicholson, and Lauren's chubby friend is Sydney.
Yeah.
And so they set us up because that's what you do in high school. You have weird friends. You're like a weird foursome. They're like, you two date, and so we dated.
Yeah.
And at one point, we were all in a tent, and Sydney was like, "I want to see your penis." And I was like, "No, it's mine. You can't see it." And then Paul, fucking asshole, was like, "You can see my penis."
Paul?
Yeah, being a bad friend. So I went and sat outside the tent while Paul showed his girlfriend and my girlfriend his penis.
Wow. It's a power move.
Yeah. And then I came back in and I was like,
So
how are things in the tent? What's going on with you guys?
Were they impressed? What was the vibe in the
Lukewarm.
room after?
I will say lukewarm.
Okay.
It wasn't like my girlfriend stopped making eye contact with me, but there also wasn't like hysterical laughter. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, that's good.
It was like a normal.
Yeah. Honestly, the kind of reception you'd want.
Sure.
Yeah.
I would have preferred hysterical laughter, but
yeah.
If you're Paul, whatever.
Yeah.
And so later on, Sydney just keeps hounding me because she wants to see my penis. And I was like, that's mine. God says no, or whatever.
Yeah.
And
whatever excuse will,
exactly.
hold her back.
And also, I believed it. And
yeah.
I was like, no one had ever seen my penis. I'd never gotten any sort of response. I was like, what if it's weird? What if it's the smallest penis in the world? What if she'll hate it?
Yeah.
What if she'll laugh? just the
She likes
worst
it too
case
much.
scenario.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that would be awful, Doug.
Where she just like can't stop blowing it.
Yeah, if I was like turned around.
I have
first.
homework.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I have to go to bed. Get off. And then one day she wore me down in the basement.
This is a multi-day. How long from when she saw Paul's dick to her seeing your dick?
Probably like 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah, I was like,
Was it like every day she would just casually be like, "Really want to see that old dick of yours, Tim?"
we didn't hang out every day.
Okay.
Hey, Anchovy. Cat's here. We didn't hang out every day, but the days when we did hang out, she was all about seeing that penis.
Mm-hmm. And you finally caved after a fortnight.
Yeah, after
A fortnight of requests.
She wore me down. It was a full moon. you know,
Fall from the back. Yeah.
you know how fortnights go.
Yeah.
And she so I was like, all right, fine. And I didn't
Has
know.
she shown you her vagina?
No,
Had you asked?
no.
No. Okay.
I was like, I didn't want to ask because I didn't want to show my penis.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I felt like
Yeah, if you don't want to be the one showing, you're not going to
Yeah.
pop the question.
vagina is a gateway to penis. I remember
It's true,
that's what
yeah.
the church taught me.
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right, I didn't know how to do it. Felt weird to just be like sitting on the couch and be like, nah.
Yeah.
So I stood up. I turned away from her.
Mm-hmm.
I unzipped my pants. I was looking down at a terrified penis. I'm scared. He's scared. We're all scared.
It's like looking over you.
I don't want to. I know, buddy. Today's the day.
I don't want to either.
And then,
Were you like even a little bit hard?
not even a little bit.
Oh my god. You
Yeah.
got her a soft dick. How old were you? 16?
Yeah.
16 soft dick. Like
Yeah.
super sweet soft dick.
I was scared. Okay?
yeah. That's
I was
true.
afraid.
Yeah.
And,
Do you know what got you to do it on this fortnight? Was it like a final like come on, or like what was it finally?
honestly, I think it was just like, she probably mentioned Paul's name or something.
Yeah.
So I was like, fine. If I want to do it, we'll do it. Just give me a second.
You have a little pep talk.
Yeah. And I turned around, I unzipped my pants, and then I have no idea why. But for some reason, when I turned back around again, just like soft penis hanging out of the fly, with my pants button open, underwear pulled down, I did like jazz hands, and I went, ta-da! And then she laughed the hardest I've ever seen someone laugh
Nice.
for about 15 minutes.
Nice.
Yeah, just like hysterically laughing. And I'm zipping up like, cool, great, thanks. This is awesome.
Did you leave your penis out?
No, I put it away.
Oh, okay. Like immediately upon laughter?
Yeah, believe it or not, when someone sees your dick and begins laughing, like curled up, crying, laughing,
Yeah.
put it away.
Yeah, I don't think I would have recovered from that.
I don't think I ever did.
For a long
to be
time.
perfectly honest with you, I was hoping you would laugh more during the story. To be perfectly honest with you, instead of just looking at me horrified,
I think I'm just
really hanging me out to dry with the
putting-
drama of it.
putting myself in those shoes. I'm like, oh my god, I would have rather done anything else than show someone my 16-year-old penis. I would have rather done anything else.
Is the
They're like,
30-year-old
"You chop
penis
off your
better?"
hand?" Honestly, no. I just don't want to share that part of my life. I feel like that's fair. I feel like I share enough.
Yeah,
On
I'm
a
not.
podcast.
I've never understood like the dick pic guys or like the whip it out guys.
Those are guys with great dicks. That's who those guys are.
That's not even true though.
That's true. Yeah, like your joke about dick pics. There
Yeah.
are some horrific ones.
Yeah,
out
there's
there.
some bad ones out there, and
Do you
there's
think
like,
they think
look
they
at
have
it.
good dicks?
I think they view the visual of their dick as like a weapon against women.
Oh my god.
That's what I think it is. I think they're like, look at it.
Like a weapon that's gonna bring them in.
No, a weapon that's gonna like bum them out, and, like exert some sort of power.
Yeah. Maybe they're just like, yeah, if I have to fucking put up with my dick, so do you.
Yeah, and I think
You don't
it's
get to not put up with my dick.
yeah, and I think with the like whip it out thing, I think a part of it is maybe she'll be like so surprised that she'll be like, yeah, may as well. Like,
Yeah.
it's here. Like when you
Yeah, I've never been with one that looked like that.
yeah, like when you come across a cupcake at a party, you're like, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
I guess I'll have a cupcake.
I could eat.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not hungry, but I can eat. Treat myself. But yeah, I think it's the same thing of when someone like sings
Mm-hmm.
like in a social situation,
Yeah.
and you can tell they're like sneakily trying.
I hate
They're
that.
they're trying to pass it off like they're not trying
That's
to sing
why
well.
I
It's
can't
because
do
they hope that
karaoke.
they're amazing,
Yeah.
and they hope that everyone's gonna be like, oh my god, that's an amazing. You have an amazing voice.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. They're gonna be like, oh my god, you have an amazing penis.
I really can't be there for people who think they're good at singing, doing karaoke. It like really bothers me. It's just like too much to handle.
Yeah.
So it's like, just fucking.
Dude, think
just
how
do
I
this
feel.
Anywhere else.
I have an amazing voice, and I love karaoke, but I can't do it.
All right, Tim, take
It
us
just
home.
feels so douchey.
It's an adorable sound, anchovy.
Anchovy. Get my cat. All right, Doug, take us home.
Well, guys, that's another episode of the podcast. Thanks for listening. We
Do
appreciate
you have plugs?
it. Yeah, I'm doing FOMO at 1185 Bar. I think that's what it's called now, right? What was Nothing Fancy is now has a different name, I'm pretty sure.
It's a different name.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I think Kensington Nothing Fancy is going to be Nothing Fancy, and then this club has a different name now.
Oh, that's weird. Why not just have 2 locations of Nothing Fancy?
Maybe they're trying to avoid what happened constantly at the corner in the Corner East, where people would buy tickets to the wrong show or show up to
Right.
the wrong venue or stuff like that. Or maybe they just don't want to have to look after 2 clubs. I don't know. But I'm there on Wednesday, and then on the Friday, if you're listening to this in St. Thomas, Ontario, I'm headlining the Back Alley, which sounds like a butthole, but it is a venue in St. Thomas, Ontario, and I will be headlining that. My hometown. Come out to that if you're in St. Thomas or around it.
Yeah. I like that you use the headshot of you with the football.
Yeah, it's my favorite headshot. I do have to get better headshots, though. I really do.
Yeah, use mine from Silver Dot Media.
Oh, yeah, I keep meaning to message them.
Yeah, you should.
Tim, shows?
Next Sunday I'm at Winona. I think I did the same plug. Wait, no, that's in 2 days.
So they will not know.
Dude,
They
I have
will
no
not be able to
idea.
go to it.
No idea
Okay.
what I'm doing next week. Could not tell you. Did no
You're in a
prep.
good place.
Fuck, man.
Yeah. You know what's good about this podcast? It's at least us checking in mentally to be like, you're still alive? You're still with it? And
Yeah.
like we both have had weeks where we're like, well, barely, but we can still do this.
Yeah,
I guess.
absolutely. Every podcast before we hit record starts with being like, how are you doing? I'm falling apart. How are you doing? Also falling apart? All right, cool. Let's do this
Yeah.
dumb podcast.
We're just falling apart at different speeds. All right, guys, that's the podcast. Thanks for listening. I love you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Not bad. That was pretty good.
How much time do you do?
Ended up being an hour, but it's okay.
How much time do you do?
Like an hour and a minute.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's fine.